In late 2022, while serving with Russia's military in Ukraine's Kherson region, Senior Sergeant Dmitry Maiborodin effectively created his own personal army of 60 men. According to a new report by Mediazona, Maiborodin's unit ignored the chain of command and terrorized Russian career officers. The group was disbanded only after Maiborodin ordered his subordinates to torture a soldier to death. The 41-year-old Maiborodin, who goes by the call sign May, was assigned to Russia's 10th Company of the Sokol battalion of the 108th Guards Air Assault Regiment in the fall of 2022. Before Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, he had fought with separatist groups in the Donbas. On paper, Maiborodin was a squad commander overseeing just 3 men. However, in practice, even during training maneuvers near Novorossiysk, Maiborodin began attracting a group of soldiers who were personally devoted to him. After their deployment to the Kherson region, he was able to establish control over 2 whole platoons of the 10th Company, made up entirely of men loyal to him. According to Mediazona, the company commander silently acknowledged the sergeant's leadership and focused instead on handling paperwork. Despising military subordination, May saw himself more as an instructor and mentor in combat training. His fellow soldiers recognized his knowledge and skills, and no one, not his subordinates or the battalion commander, dared challenge a veteran of Chechnya and Syria with dozens of fighters under his command. Maiborodin openly defied orders from the Sokol battalion commander, refusing to dig trenches, build fortifications, or engage in defensive preparations. Within less than 2 months, Mediazona writes, he had formed a unit that answered to no one but him. It became known as the May Syndicate and swelled to nearly 60 fighters. Members distinguished themselves with special patches featuring a bearded skull in a helmet and an encryption on the group's name. To maintain discipline, May introduced a system of fines and penalties. The May Syndicate even had its own unofficial treasurer with the call sign Unat, who collected donations for collective needs, such as paying for satellite internet. According to soldiers, Maiborodin never kept anything for himself, reported Mediazona. It was only by February 2023 that military investigators succeeded in getting soldiers from the 10th Company to testify against Maiborodin. A month later, he was arrested and detained at a Sevastopol guardhouse. The Defense Ministry charged him under felony statutes covering deliberate bodily harm, misuse of authority resulting in death, and unlawful imprisonment by a group. The investigation concluded in early 2024, but Maiborodin still hasn't been sentenced.
A tank and a Bradley infantry fighting vehicle belonging to the 100th Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and fighters of the KRD unit of the Ukrainian National Police have targeted soldiers of the occupying Russian army who were positioned in an enterprise building in Toretsk in eastern Donetsk region. Approaching the building, both vehicles fired successive shots from close range and destroyed the invaders. Later, foot soldiers entered the building and took control of the area. The armored vehicles that performed the combat mission returned to their position.